Hello everybody, this is Quiversee, and welcome back to the Misadventures of Tron Bonne. Last time was mostly just touring around the Gessel shaft and talking to the Servbots again, finding a few new items and talents, and then of course, solving a crates puzzle out in Teche Harbor. I actually had a failed attempt at starting this recording, so I've already gotten a couple of things out of the way for this one. Thankfully, there wasn't any new Servbot information to get through talking. Nothing like that. The main thing was I already sent my scouts out, so I'll just show I've got 2, 4, and 14 out in those quadrants. Row 2 just seems to be lucky for me. Like, I've gotten a speed cube and an attack cube from there. All good stuff. So I'm gonna keep trying there. I don't know. Casino Town, Nucky, and Nakai Desert are places I always like to send Servbots to. Anyway, with that, we're just going to dive straight into the mission. And I think the mission for today is going to be the second level of Dig Out. Let's get this mission meeting started. This time, we're going after the Aurora Stones again. There's still 2 more left in the ruins, so I want you to go get them.
But Miss Tron, we went everywhere we could last time.
That's why I built the Servbot Borer. Remember that place in the ruins where the ceiling had collapsed?
Yes, I guess.
Can't you remember anything? Anyway, I want you to use the Servbot Borer to dig deeper into the ruins. Don't forget to talk to the diggers and have them help you, except that idiot Dance. Just don't let them get to the treasure first. Alright, get going!
Yes, Miss Tron!
Yeah, well, before that, let us set our Servbots. We need a Servbot to drive the Borer and others to get items. So number 6 is currently assigned to the Borer. We're going to change that. I don't know if the Servbot assigned to the Borer actually has an impact with their stats. Just in case, I'm going to assign Ace. I'll have to look into that later. So number 6 and 3 are the other 2. I know I want to keep number 6. What about number 3? Not going to take number 3. I want someone else who can gain brain. Number 8 would probably be a good choice. But I want to take you. I want to take number 19. There we go. And that's that.
Try out the Servbot Borer. We're going to where the cave-in was, right? That's right. Let's go. Yes, Miss Tron.
Oh, right. It's not. For some reason, I was using the analog stick. One good thing to note is that I finally got myself a new controller, so I'm not going to have one that just randomly disconnects when I get hurt and stuff like that.
You want us to dig a hole here, right, Miss Tron? That's right! Blast those rocks out of the way! Yes, Miss Tron! Ready to begin blasting!
Anyways, just order the Servbots there. The Borer one will know what to do. And he did it! He's so happy with himself. And now we enter the second part of the
let's
Shala-Kun
move on,
ruins.
but be ready! This is where things get really tricky. Tricky? Okay, Miss Tron, we'll be ready. I hope.
This part of the caves is just really beautiful. I love it. Ooh, we have a new interactable over there. A little pot with a snake in it. And lots of Zenny! Go get it! Go get it, little guys! Hopefully that's enough to gain their brains up. I think I missed one. Oh, there's more! Where's Zenny? Go get it! Go get it! Give me the Zenny! Get it! Get it! Get it! Get it! Ah, missed 2 that time. Oh well. And now there you don't have anything. You can also knock it over with the Finkel. I'm pretty sure if you hit it while it still has a snake in it, it's gonna just pop the snake out and hurt you. And if you take a close look at it when it's knocked over, it has a little Reaverbot eye on the bottom. I guess that means it was a Reaverbot snake. That's pretty cool, I guess. If you look at the mini-map, you'll notice that some of those passageways down there are marked with a red. I'm pretty sure that that means that the Servbot Borer is needed. But before we do that, get a key.
Miss Tron, we found a card key.
Good job, boys. All right, snake! All right, I don't know which Servbot that is, but hopefully it's number 19. Wait a minute. No, he's gathering this Zenny on his own, but this one isn't. Okay, so this is number 19 then. He's not smart enough to do it. I'm also noticing their idle behavior. So if that's number 6, he's looking around like he's trying to find something. Never mind. I was about to say, I think when they're jumping like that, it means they're stupid. And when they're searching around like that, then that means they're smart. But you just proved me wrong. But still, Brains rating affects their auto ability to gather a Zenny. Number 6 has max brains, so he was just homing out like a hawk. Whereas number 19 has 1 brains and was completely oblivious. Good to know. And yeah, the red walls are for the board. So we're gonna get a lot of use out of him. And behind this wall we have treasure!
Miss Tron, we found some money.
You got 2,000 Zenny!
Great! Keep your eyes open for more.
Alright, not too bad. I suppose I'll also take this opportunity to talk about something else, since there's going to be a lot of just floating around and digging. I actually just got finished editing the last episode. Hello?
My name's Zad. What are you looking for? Find anything interesting yet? Not yet. Why don't you try digging here? You can get through to the other side that way. That was nice of him. Be sure to thank him properly. Thank you. We're Servbots. Nice to meet you.
I forgot that you could meet this kid here. I know you can meet him later. So we're gonna knock some sense into him for making me forget. But what I was about to say is that I just got done editing the last episode that had us go wing. That's a thing. That's a Reaverbot. That's a, oh, what is it called? Aru Koiton, I'm pretty sure. Spits fireballs at us and interrupts my train of thought. Oof. Okay. Enough. Hurt him! I think that he literally just jumped into him, and the Borer also tried. The Borer is actually a pretty potent weapon against enemies, so you're not as defenseless as you were before. That being said, I still got hurt a lot. But let me open this box, and then I'll try and get back on that train of thought. I have a feeling this is going to be a recurring theme. What's in the box? Come on. I'm going to guess an E-bottle.
Miss Tron,
Nope.
we found lightnium inside.
Lightnium. Ooh.
Great! We can use that to make new parts for the glue staff.
I'm pretty sure... Okay, that makes either armor or an energy tank. But in the last episode... Well, not the last episode, but the episode before that... let's go south first. It's the other version of the Aru Koiton. I keep forgetting the actual name. I know that it's something Koiton. But... Hello? Oh, wait, no. I know what this is. So this wall here, it is destroyable by the Servbot Borer, but the Borer is too weak. We have to come back when it's a bit stronger. Good lord. I'm trying to be able to get my thoughts out. So, in that episode, before we went into the Shala-Kun ruins, we went into Tron's room and spoke to Servbot number 40, who I said had an interesting change in localization. While I still don't have the item to go over that per se, there is something else that changed with localization that I can talk about.
What's this?
That's a lot of Fritos.
Oh no! There's Reaverbots everywhere!
Well, we'll just let them do their thing. Hello? There you are! So that's the sling power. It's a nice little rapid-fire, accurate bomb attack. It's not really a bomb, more just a single shot. Anyway, so I mentioned when we talked number 40, he was doing his face calisthenics. I wondered if there was a localization change. And it turns out there was. He does apparently still do those exercises, but the thing that makes it different is the fact that the beauty book he was talking about that was telling him about those exercises is actually an item that he gives you. And that's important because it actually is an item used in a peripheral that we did not get in the States, called the Pocket Station. Basically, what that was, it was like a memory card with PDA attached to it. And it was kind of cool because from what I could read on it, because I looked into it before I started recording today, it essentially would allow you to send your Servbots into the PDA to train them as like an alternative to the standard training courses. There were 4 mini games in it, 2 of which were by default, 2 of which you unlocked through items. The items being the book that number 40 gave you, and I think it's supposed to be a cannon or something that you find in the Nakai Desert, which you actually get by opening one of the treasure chests. I think it was replaced with a brain cube. So one of the brain cubes that we found there would have been the cannon.
Look! It's a treasure box, but it's locked.
We don't have a card key.
We can't open it unless we find the key.
Right, but from what I can gather, the 4 mini games were like a curry eating game, where instead of serving the curry, they're eating it. There was some kind of auto runner where you have to like jump over obstacles. There's a Simon Says memory type game. More money, nice. And like a I don't even know how to describe the last one. Some kind of it's the one from the cannon where it's like you launch up a building or something like that. Is there even anything down this path? I don't think so. Nope, dead end. Dead end. We go away. Honestly, what I'm probably gonna do is through my searching for this, I found a video on YouTube that went over all of these, and even apparently there's a way to like play it using a PS Vita and the Japanese version that you can buy on the PlayStation Network shop, which is, you know, on the PlayStation Network shop, but it's the English version, obviously. If I had the means to show it off, I would. I don't know. I might look into it and see if I can later, like if I can buy the Japanese version and see if I need a peripheral for it to work. But either way, I'm gonna link to that video that I found because it was a pretty succinct demonstration of all 4 minigames. And I just think it's pretty cool. And I really wish that we had had it here because, as I've mentioned before, the speed minigame especially sucks. And I would love any alternative to it. Back to the mission at hand, though. What's in the box? E-bottle!
E-bottle number 2 inside.
You know what? In case we need it later, my foot. We've got like 1/4 of our energy. Let's use it now. Oh yeah, let's go with the medium. Full charge. All right. Honestly, I am pretty sure now that I think about it that the Finkel has to benefit from at least the E-tank upgrades that the Gesellschaft, but the Gustav gets. But right now I'm trying to save my money. I want to get that million zenny as fast as I can. Come on. Dig! Dig! Good job! I regret my decisions.
Miss Tron, look! Something's shining over here! We're in luck! That's an Aurora fountain! I can recharge the Finkel's energy by going inside it! That's good news! If we get in trouble, we should come back here!
Yep! As if this wasn't easy enough! You can get free heals by floating in here. Which means I wasted that E-bottle. Oh, my lord. I mean, to be fair, I got hurt pretty bad. And if I hadn't healed, I would be almost dead. Uh-oh. You look familiar.
Uh-oh, Miss Tron, it's those birds that were for Loath again. Loath? What are they doing down here? Miss Tron, we should get out of here.
Oh no! You're not going anywhere! Give up now!
So, I will say, one thing I'm not too wild about in this game is the voice acting for the bird bots. I don't know what it is about them. It's just... it's off-putting.
I can't believe you beat me!
You know, I think I figured out what it is. It's their squawk. Like... I'm sorry. It's just... everyone else that gets voiced in this, it seems like they're putting in some actual effort and energy. For the bird bots, I don't know. Just... it feels like their heart isn't in it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being too harsh on it. Maybe my Servbots are stupid and they forgot to drill a hole when I tell them to. But, yeah. One case of voice acting I'm not too crazy about. Oh, speaking of voices, though, we have a new one to listen to.
Is something the matter?
I was trapped.
Oh, so we were able to help you get out. That's great.
Thanks. Here, take this. It's a gate key.
Thank you very much. Miss Tron, look! She gave us a gate key. That's nice. See? It's good to help people when they're in trouble, isn't it?
You know, it also just kind of occurred to me, the Bonds. I love them. They're pirates, you know, but Tron is really trying her hardest to teach these Servbots good morals, while simultaneously trying to rob people blind in other missions. It's a weird dynamic. That and that lady's voice seems very odd for her situation. Unusually calm. Anyways, we got more snake! More snake, more Zenny. No more Zenny. Come on, get me that Zenny! Jeez, number 6, save some for number 19. No, wrong one, there we go. Alright. I think it's safe to say that the brains are going up for number 19. I wonder if number 1's brains are going to increase. This little ace over there. Anyways, now that the Zenny is gone, we have some writing.
It says Uncle Dick's Tips. Oh, well, why don't you read it then? Yes, Miss Tron.
How is your crystal collection coming? If you can collect all 3, you will find the elixir of youth. Although I don't know what or where it is. Still, it can't hurt to collect all the crystals.
It looks like he doesn't know much about this elixir either.
Servbot at the bottom of the
There's a green
screen.
crystal here, Miss Tron. Shall we pick it up? Yes. I just hope this elixir.
I'm sorry, that's...
Let's move on.
Oh my lord. That just was way too funny to me. Just up and down off the screen. Alright, anyways, this here is the gate that the gate key we have is for.
Miss Tron, the gate's locked. Should we use the gate key to open it? Okay.
And now we can go further. Let's see, around this little branching path here, we got probably more Zenny.
Miss Tron, we found some money.
3,000 Zenny.
That's good, but we...
And down pathway number 2. Card key!
Miss Tron, we found a card key.
You know, all this stuff is just kind of laying out in the open here. Which I bring up because there's diggers who have gone past here and just left that crap sitting behind. Although this guy, he looks rather affluent, so who knows. Actually, this guy is also very fascinating. Let's talk to him.
What are you doing? Are you waiting for someone?
All of us wait for something.
What? This place is just full of weird people.
My name is Tuttle. This lake is a trap. There's more here than meets the eye.
Ooh. Ignore him. Let's go.
Tuttle. This guy is fascinating. Number one, his voice acting is very strange. It's very deadpan for how powerful his emotions seem to be by picture. Anyways, yeah, there's this lake here. You can send your Servbots out to swim, but there's not much they can do aside from just enjoy the water. Let them do a little backstroke. But Tuttle is interesting because, well, Mega Man Legends as a series only has 3 games. Legends 1, Legends 2, and this. It was originally going to have a Mega Man Legends 3, which got canceled. But a lot of people and like the fan base and all that started making their own game. And I actually haven't followed up with it in a while, come to think of it. After this episode, I'm probably going to look into it, see what kind of status it's under. But it's interesting because this guy here is essentially the star of it, as I remember right. It was supposed to be called Tuttle's Legendary Travels or something like that. I don't know why they picked this guy for that, but I can't say I complain. He's certainly, unique. Servbots are still playing in the water, good lord. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it, and if I find anything of interest, I'll be sure to bring it up in a future video. But for now, that is all there is to Tuttle. Ah! Remember the little kid we met earlier? This is what I was remembering him from. Here we go.
Welcome to Zig and Zag's Quiz Corner. If you answer correctly, we'll open the locked doors for you. Do you want to play?
How did these kids even get here? We had to go through a locked gate that was locked by a card key held by a lady hidden inside of a single cave that was caved in. How did she even get trapped in there to begin with? That's not even to mention the fire-breathing Reaver bot that was in the way, or the bird bot, although I guess you could argue they were only sent to stop us specifically, the bird bot. How? How are you kids even here? I think this needs to be asked. Where are your parents?
All right, question 1. What is the name of the treasure in this cave?
The Aura Stone, the Aurora Stone, or the Aurora Borealis. At this time of year, it's the Aurora Stone.
Correct! Next, question 2. What's the name of the incompetent digger?
I mean, they're all pretty incompetent, but... Whew. How do you kids even know dance?
Correct!
I think that needs to be stated.
Next, question 3. What's the name of the digger who carries a pick?
Ooh. Pretty sure it was Maud.
Correct! Next, question 4. What's the name of the digger who writes notes?
I appreciate Barrel because it's a reference to Barrel Casket. Dig!
Correct! Next, question 5. What color of switch stops a steel ball trap?
Ooh, that's actually a good one considering there's only been one.
Correct! Next, question 6. What color of switch stops a fire trap?
A little less good considering we just
Correct.
answered.
Next, question 7. Which key opens a locked room?
I think it's a gate key. It's a room key.
Correct! Next, question 8. What's the color of the first Aurora stone you found?
How would you even know? Were you following us?
Correct! Next, question 9. How many times do you have to dig to get here?
6?
Wrong! Close!
I hate you. I hate you, kids. Why are you stalking us? If you fail, you can try again, but you gotta start from the beginning. Stones. Dance. Mud. Dig. Blue. Red. Room key. Blue.
Correct!
5?
Correct!
Okay. 5 was the answer, not
Last
6.
question. It's a hard one. What's the name of this island?
It's Ship Island. It's not Catalogs, so that was from Mega Man Legends 1. And it's not a self-insert, so it's Ship.
Correct! Congratulations! A perfect score! We'll open all the doors for you. How was it? Did you have fun?
I suspect you are actually Reaverbots in disguise. I'm gonna say no.
Really? Boy, you're no fun, are you?
Ha! I can hit them both! Alright. With that out of the way, all the doors are open. This one just leads to an Aurora Fountain. Whoop-de-doo. I actually don't remember how many of them you have to get right in order to solve the puzzles. Or beat the dungeon, rather.
Miss Tron, did you hear that? It sounded like it came from back there. It's from the direction of the lake. Let's go check it out. Yes, Miss Tron.
There we go. That was what we needed, but let's check out the other doors. And for that last question, Ship Island, I'm trying to think. Is there anywhere that actually tells you that, or do you just have to go by process of elimination? Because if that's the case, I mean, it's entirely possible to play this game and have never played Mega Man Legends before. So you wouldn't necessarily have known about Catalogs Island. Also, that's the boss door. So that one is also required.
Huh?
Oh,
What?
jeez. Not again.
No, Reaverbots! We're not giving up after having gotten this far. Let's get them!
Yes! Let us fight! So in case you haven't noticed, the way Fritos work is that they just kind of spin there in place. You know, relatively harmless. But when you hurt them, they get all angry and red. And they try to ram into you and explode. Specifically, the Finkel. After a while, they'll stop. But you can also, in addition to using the Servbots to attack them, you can just kind of blam into them and have them crash into each other. As long as they're not red when you touch them, you're fine. But like there, that one was red and I got hurt. Alternatively, your Servbots can just hit them a few times and they'll die. I didn't really discuss that the couple of times when we fought them, because the first time we fought them, we had Bazooka with us, and that just wrecks them. Another thing to note is that if they are red and you throw a Servbot into them, then they just blow up on contact with the Servbot. Since when they're in red mode, they are just in explode on contact. I completely whiffed that. Oh, no. Dang it. I got hurt. And they're dead. What is our prize? A locked box. What is in the box? I actually don't remember.
Alright. Miss Tron, we found something that looks like a drill inside. That's a super drill. Attach it to the Servbot Borer. Yes, Miss Tron.
Super drill attached. That is how you break through the better walls. Although, that begs a question. How would you go about... Well, I guess... Because it's possible to go to the boss room before getting that drill. I guess if you went without it, then you would have to go down there and pick it up before continuing through the really strong door. But more to the point, that red switch we pulled opened up this. But before we do that, poor Tuttle here seems to be having a bit of a crisis.
I can't swim.
I can't swim. His delivery just cracks me up, and I don't know why.
Miss Tron, look.
In this box is going to be the room key. Let's tell you that right now.
Miss Tron, we found a room key inside.
Yep.
All right, we can use that to get into the treasure room.
And with that, I'm pretty sure we've explored everything. So let us now go to the treasure room. I'm at half health. Actually, no, before I do that, before I go to the boss, there's an Aurora fountain right here, and I'm at half health. There we go. Maxed out HP. What kind of boss might we fight today? Let's find out!
Miss Tron, the door's locked. Should we use the room key to open it? Please do. I wonder what's inside. I can't wait to find out.
And with that, we enter.
There's zillions of Reaverbots. This is a Reaverbot nest. We can destroy all of them. Oh, yes, you can. And you're going to. Let's get them. Yes, Miss Tron.
Honestly, probably should have brought the bazooka for this, but these guys, I love their name. They are called the Jeep Koiton. They are very slow. They're like zombie Reaverbots. And you'll notice, you know, they get hurt a little bit, but they don't really seem to react much otherwise. Occasionally spit out a little purple smoke, but it's not doing anything to the health bar. Doesn't seem to be stopping them at all. They're not the target. This guy is. This is the Colt Koiton, and it is the primary boss. Hurting him hurts the health bar. He spits fire. He runs away because he doesn't want to get hurt. The slings are actually very helpful for him because of the fact that they're very fast projectiles. But they're also relatively low damage. Bazooka would do a lot more. He'll just run away, sit in the corner, and that's it. If the Fingal gets too close, that would prompt him to spit fire. The Servbot Borer also can hurt it, so if you don't have a combat-capable Servbot ability, you've always got the Borer. And you'll notice, hurting it also stuns all of the Jeep Koiton. It is basically their controller. The Aru Koiton to their... whatever the other one's called. Man, I'm blanking on it right now. Good lord. It's some other kind of Koiton. Like Oruda Koiton or something? I don't know. Either way, Colt Koiton is the boss. The Jeep Koitons are its zombie slaves. Ah, no! Don't spit fire at me! I'll honk at you! There we go! This fight takes a little more time than the Hanru doll. Even if we had gone into that one without the bazooka. And it's mainly just because of his running away and his invincible frames. That and the fact that there's no traps in the room for us to hurt him with. It's just the Servbots. Which I never did mention this before, but it happened in the boss fight with the Hanbaru doll. It can actually trigger its own fire traps when it's on a rampage and cause it to hurt itself. It happened and I didn't notice it at the time, but I caught it during editing and noticed I forgot to bring it up. So, my apologies. Alright, he's almost done. A little more. Ah! Spat fire at the borer. That's it. I'm gonna whack you! There we go! He's dead! His zombies are dead! And out pops the Aurora Stone! Gaze upon its shimmering golden splendor and tremble!
We did it, Miss Tron! Look! It's a giant refractoid! This is the second Aurora Stone. It must be worth at least 150,000 zenny. This is great! Hooray! Now all we need is the third one. That's the spirit. I'm counting on you. Roger!
And just like that, the mission is complete. Which means it's time for the post-mission meeting. We sold the yellow stone for 150,000 zenny on top of the 94,000 we had found in there. We found some lightnium, the green crystal, and the super drill. Number 1's brains went up. Awesome. I'm gonna take a guess and say that the Servbot Borer always gains a brain rating, but I'm not sure on that. And number 19's brains went up. Excellent. Let's see here. Scouting got an apple. It's not too great. Got a horseshoe. Not bad. And got a cake. And construction on the deck is finished. Alright, that means we have access to some more Servbots. Excellent. Okay, well, I think that is going to do it for today. Next time on the Misadventures of Tron Bonne, we're going to go up to the deck, see what's up there, and hop into yet another mission. It's actually going to be kind of pretty quick for the time being. I don't think there's too much more we can do with the Servbots until we hit a certain milestone. Which is, you know, that's coming up. With that, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.